Hello, this will be a presentation video for my new mod, Castles. I went ahead and built a castle using one of the many sets within the castle, just to showcase how things usually go together. Here we have the entrance with the bridge, a large tower gate with a bunch of defensive walls that leads in the interior yard, where you have a few homes with their bases, a few staircases, wooden supports, other stuff, towers, a keep, and all that. I'm gonna go for the menus first. You can find the new castle menu at the end of the master plan. It's called Castles in the Sky. It contains 6 different main castle menus, as well as a home menu, plus a variety of other individual assets required for variety of purposes, such as decorative or functional. We have functioning lights, fires, and other things. I will start and exemplify on the first set. Each main set will have prefabs, which are just tower pieces. Let's go with the TGM. For each tower you'll have a base and a bunch of intermediary modules, which have up to 3 doorways. They all have a staircase going up. A note here regarding the round tower is that the staircase collision is a bit off. I can't get it to work exactly, so you'll have a bit of difficulty navigating it, and it's probably not recommended for NPCs either. But you know, a round tower is a part of a medieval setting, so I included some of that. You also have tower tops, which will snap. Each tower piece will stack with itself or other tower pieces as it makes sense to. You have a Roman tower, which is a larger version of a tower. It looks kind of like this. Can be used as housing and garrison for the troops, and as well as a defensive structure that will snap to the exterior walls. You have tops for those Roman towers. You also have gateways, ranging from simple to large and complicated. Placing these down is going to be a bit of a challenge, and yeah, good luck with that, because I advise that you snap it to a wall. All the exterior walls will snap to themselves in 2 places. One up there, one around this height, and one around this height. So you'll be able to snap the walls in a variety of ways. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to snap it inside here once everything's placed around due to the amount of snaps. I have to put this back. What else is in towers? A variety of gateways and gates. You also have large exterior fortification walls that come in various shapes and cuts, as well as empty ones, which allow you to build passages and such. You'll have keep walls, which will come in normal size. They're the size of a barn wall, but the thickness of a concrete wall. They snap to floors and themselves and everything else. They allow you to build stuff like this. You'll have full ones, windows, doorways, and corner walls. Corner walls will come into two varieties: the ones with the rounded corners to create this kind of effect, and then you have the straight cuts, which should be used for creating where is it? Somewhere here. There you go. For filling in this to allow you to add an interior wall. Because if you go inside here, you see there's an interior wall here. So to fill in that hole, I created both a floor piece cut, and a wall cut piece, and it comes in both in full and half size. Large walls will come in a variety of shapes, including ceilings, which allow you to create holes and hallways and arches. You also have exterior indents like this that allow you to create this sort of structure on the exterior of a tower that can be used as a storage or just a small place where you can put chairs and whatever for your ladies. You have staircases. The large staircases, in theory, they will snap sideways to the walls. In practice, you're gonna have a hard time getting them to, due to how the snaps are and the size of them. The larger the element, the harder it is to snap. It's nothing I can really fix. You have crenellation that goes on top of the large exterior walls. It comes in three stone varieties and one sand variety. Each of them have different parts. You have the base one, which is just this, straight, the size of a floor. You have the extended one for places where you have to fill a hole, and you have the cuts where you have to fill a bigger hole. Okay. Next, you also have the special ones for defensive structures and staircases, as well as angled walls. You also have a variety of columns that should be used for interior design and construction. You have this. You have small size columns that come in corner columns, half columns for the side, and central columns. So tall ones. This is a stone wall that should be used for either around the town or in a village. And you also have bridges, which are bridges, self-explanatory, and some stone railings. Each of these four sets will have exactly the same elements. This fifth set is the sand set. It will have a variety of different elements. For example, it will have a few different exterior walls. I do not know why this happens exactly. There's some weird issue with the rendering icons. All the sand ones will come in two textures. This one should be used for keeps, and this one for homes. Basically, this is just adobe, but it's like desert adobe or something. You also have large ones, and so on, and corners, of course. You also have a specific crenellation for this set. This, and a few railings which can be used all over the place. The sixth set is a wooden set. It contains a variety of exterior defensive structures and towers. These should be snapped onto, they snap to floors and to exterior walls. Let's go into TCL mode and go upstairs here to showcase where I snapped one or several. They can be used as that, or they can simply be put on the edge of walls all over, if that's your thing. Normally they should be used only in specific parts, maybe at the entrance as a an outlet for your archers, in medieval times your snipers, to shoot at people without getting shot. You also have wooden tower tops, which obviously snap on top of tower, and they're the ending. This one specifically will come in two varieties, one like this for square towers and one like this for round towers. You also have a few corner towers and a gateway. You have two different walls, a bunch of staircases, and a few utility items such as horde panel end and some railings, a few other support and defensive. This one will provide you some defensive. Technically or theoretically, this should harm any enemies that come near them. Practically, I haven't had the time to test, so I don't know for certain. Additionally, you will have a house set, which comes with a bunch of balconies and support structures, as well as a, for now this is a proof of concept, it's a hut. This will be part of the village menu, which will be later added to the mod. It will contain a bunch of prefab homes and houses which should be used outside the main fortress, just for the village or something like that. You also have a windmill, which in theory should animate. Practically it doesn't want to animate anymore, so I'm not sure what the deal is with it, and I don't have the patience to fix it right now. It'll provide you food. Floors, walls and doorways. This is the menu where you also find this stone little walls. so you can create your own base if that's what you want to do. Of course, you also have some custom bases for your homes if you don't want to use those, and a massive large bridge for various reasons. Other interior walls. These walls should be used to cap holes like this, where a large full wall would be too much. And since you'll have several types of roofs, you have two different cuts like that to fill in the hole. And a bunch of different variations of walls. We have roofs ranging from flat to barely arched, to high angle, and to moderate angle, which will come with a floor as well, a floor, ceiling, stuff a deal. And lastly, these kind of things. Some are stable, even if there's no horses in Fallout, you know. And a well that will provide some water. Supports. These can be used to fill in wherever you have floors snapping to each other, and the cross beams underneath them don't line up correctly, so you can use one of these and just hide the fact that they don't line up. Vertical supports, which can be, these ones can be snapped onto the corner. A bunch of furniture of various types. Let's see which one. One of them can be used as a magazine rack, this one. The others, some of them are, they're all functional in respect to whatever they are. This one will work as a container. You have a all level 3 windows have been remade as two different little things. You have this one and you have this one. They will require different skills compared to the normal vanilla ones, probably less. You also have a variety of small and large doorways, each of them snapping in a specific spot, as well as small window panels which can be snapped. These ones, for example, snap into some of the balconies as well as some of the window walls. I think this one. Oh, maybe that's not the one we should snap to, but you know, some of them. It snaps somewhere, I forgot where. This one will snap to the Roman tower windows, and this one will snap to some of the keep walls that have a large window to them. A portcullis, a door bridge, and a hidden doorway, as well as a horizontal doorway. The horizontal doorway should be used for creating, filling in the hole when you have a staircase going to the top of the keep, and you have no way of filling it in and covering it. So that's where it comes in handy. Have floors, stone floors for exterior or interior, whatever you want to use them for, in two different sizes. I forgot. There's the filler floor for that particular case here. Unfortunately, I seem to have misplaced the path, which will be fixed before launch. Foundations. Next version of the mod, another one to fix. Next version of the mod should come in with a few ground-based pathways to allow you to create a more organic pathway leading from place to place. The issue is that given you do not have terraforming abilities in Fallout, they can be tough to use and tricky to make look good. Defensively, you have these structures which don't provide any bonus but look good on the exterior of towers. So for example, you can snap them like this. Let's turn off. There you go. They'll snap like this. All of them, they'll snap to the exterior of towers. This one will snap underneath the tower. And these ones are furniture markers, so they can be used as such. They'll snap to side of the wall. This one will snap to corners, and this one will snap to both large walls and to towers. There you go. And of course another one that can be snapped to make a more organic transition from your wall to the environment around it. You have a few decorative and functional elements here as well. chandelier to which the candle snap to. These will snap onto large walls like that. Well, they'll snap to the exterior too, but it doesn't want to cooperate with me right now for whatever particular reason. Okay, ITC also obviously is not gonna work. They'll snap like this, obviously. There's a larger version, of course. Just allows you to create more unique walls and different looking walls. These can be used on your keep. They'll snap to floors and give it a more sturdy aspect, I guess. I don't know. Same goes for these. They can also be used to fill in the hole in the floors around your homes here, so you're not left to a situation like that, where if we look sideways, there's a hole between the two. And a few other elements, various decorations and other little things. So yeah, that's about everything about the mod. I'll be available for questions later on after I publish it. Hopefully everything should be intuitive to use and clearly labeled, and there will be no issues. As a general note, I do not have the time to path test this, so I have no idea whether NPCs like them or not. They're nav meshed, but you know, I'm but one person which has a lot of things to do in a day, so testing nav meshes is kind of the least on my priority list. I leave that to people that want to use my mods. Thing about balconies, they snap to floors, so you can create more characteristic homes and stuff. Yeah, well, that's that. Hope you enjoy this and have good fun with my mod.